It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center, providing big city healthcare with a hometown touch. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, May 14th, 2019, and it is 7 a.m.
I'm loving these cool mornings.
Oh, my goodness. And yesterday evening, whoa.
Oh, beautiful day to be outside
couldn't
doing
beat
something.
it. Wow.
You were out there mowing, I'm assuming?
No, I had some, I got shrubs that just went, yahoo, it's raining. I mean, they're normally like this big, and they've gone up about 15 times in size.
So. All the rain we got, and now we get a little bit of sun and everything. You can sit there and actually watch the grass grow.
I've got this one shrub on the east. I've had it, got the chainsaw out and took it down. I mean, no.
I was going to put one of those time-lapse cameras on my yard and just...
30 minutes ago.
And that was the last hour.
Let's see, it's May 14th, and I'm what the fourth tank of gas on the tractor for mowing.
That's a good thing, though.
Oh,
good problem to have.
Yeah. Well, you know, I enjoy the yard work. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome Down on the Corner program brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center. Best care anywhere. Baxter Regional Medical Center. Top at innovation and just, wow, how many words can I use to describe BRMC?
It's amazing the
technology innovative, cutting edge, right here.
They stay on top. I mean, they're leading the pack in a lot of areas. That is just amazing.
Of many.
Yeah. And you go to some of these big cities, you don't see a hospital like what we've got. There's just no way. It's
serving now about
amazing.
18 counties between here in Missouri. And so be sure to check out Urgent Care 24/7 from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. $69 per visit. You go to BaxterRegionalCare.com, get started today, download the app, and enroll. You can go to the App Store on your Apple phone or Google Play on the others and check it out. Urgent Care 24/7. It's only $69 per visit. Saves a lot of wear and tear and running around and getting stuff done when you get sick.
Now, keep in mind, it does take a few minutes to get everything enrolled and get you in the system. So they do recommend you going online now. Go ahead and get everything set up in case you need it. There's no charge to set it up. And then that way, when you got an emergency and it's not something you got to run to the hospital right away, then you can just call them and they can call you in and what you need and stuff. And everything's already set up and ready to go.
There you go. Baxter Regional Medical Center right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. The envy of many medical centers right here in Mountain Home. And, of course, I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. 3 locations to serve you. Mike and the staff are ready today to bring you the best coffee in town. Bomber Boulevard, Baxter Regional Medical Center, or Highway 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Be sure to check out Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Stop by and have a cup with us. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. Where's that at? Pizza Hut, go north.
Feel free to come by and try the maximum strength version.
I've got the adult dose
makes.
here, yeah. Bring your razor. You'll shave your nose at 9 o'clock with my coffee. We save the road department many dollars.
Yeah, we take all the leftover coffee they use to fill the potholes.
Maybe I ought to take about 300 gallons out to the Highway 5 South Bridge and fix that one. Anyway, check out Brewed Awakening. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water, right?
There you go.
What are you drinking today? Smart water? Or
no,
Sprite?
I got Sprite.
The Smart water didn't work, did
it's Smart water, and Smart water's not cheap.
No.
But if it worked, it'd been worth it. Well, but it didn't help me at all.
Smart water is the people on the other side, for people like you that come and pay $3 for a bottle of water.
Hey, if it would have... would have brought me up a notch or two, I would have been all right, but I don't think it did a darn thing. So,
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing morning prayer each and every day. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, right here in Mountain Home. Talk to Brad, Chris, Charlotte, or Bruce, yeah. Very professional, caring, loving. They know what to do, how to handle the situation. They take a lot of pressure off, whether it's an emergency or the passing of loved one after a long illness.
You listen to any of them speak, and they have got a calling for what they do. They're so passionate, and their heart is into helping and making a difference. And I can tell you, you guys want to know the difference, Roller Funeral Home, just go over there and meet one of them.
Sure. Yeah.
Just sit down and talk to one of them. That's all you got to do. You'll understand why we promote them. I mean, they're just great people.
Yeah. With all due respect, Roller Funeral Homes, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, once again, Lord, I pray for our schools as the school year winds down. Of course, everyone is excited about the upcoming summer vacation. But Lord, as students advance in the grades and seniors graduate, I pray for students that they'll be successful in school. And then I pray for the teachers and administration as they research new ways to look for new ideas on how to teach the students. Success in school now will be success in the nation's economy in the future. Lord, my prayer is that you'll bless our schools and protect our schools and bless the efforts of the administrations. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day for Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in Arkansas with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee.
And now,
No, brace yourself.
The weather.
You know, it must be the Sprite. It must be the Sprite, because when you did the Smart Water, the trumpet was kind of rusty.
Yeah, that smart water didn't help. It must be the Sprite.
Morning
it's probably the lemon in the Sprite that clears your throat, maybe.
Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, it's time to check the White River in Cotter, Arkansas. Wow. What a difference.
Z-Team webcam. I love this.
You bet.
This is, yesterday it was so foggy you couldn't even, you could see the greenery right in front of the camera. Just fog. It was a beautiful picture for what it was, but...
The Highway 62 412 bridge at the 9 o'clock position as the river comes around Cotter and goes back out. You're looking from Marion County into Baxter County. The clearing right there, of course, is Cotter Park. That's down where the train, the old caboose is from the train, the ball field and places like that in Big Spring Park. Beautiful shot this morning, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793.
What's really cool about the shot is when Cotter's got all their festivals and stuff going on, you can go right here to retiredarkansas.net and bring up that camera and see all the festivals and everything. It's really a cool layout, the way they got it set up.
I invite you to go to retiredarkansas.net. You can look at that on your smartphone or your computer. Check it out today. Once again, they need some listings, $80,000 to $150,000 and $151,000 a quarter mil listings. Say, you get all those awards because you sell so many things, so now they need new inventory. So time to list. So need a bigger house, smaller house? You tired of mowing? Like Scooter over here, you tired of mowing yet?
I'm always tired of mowing, but
you don't bother me.
I need to have some land, though. I'm not.
You got to have some elbow room.
I don't want neighbors right next door. I like to have a little breathing room.
There you go. Both in Arkansas and Missouri. Buying, selling, need some property, give them a call. They have an office, I believe, in Gainesville now. Up Gainesville, Missouri.
Cool.
So be sure to call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Weather-wise, we're at 52 degrees in Mountain Home and Flippin. Harrison's at 53, 52 at Yellville, 46 in Salem, 52 at Calico Rock, 52 at Mountain View, Arkansas. Well, St. Louis checks in at 43. It's 46 at Poplar Bluff and West Plains, 54 in Branson, and 45 in Watford City, North Dakota.
We're finally seeing a spring.
Oh, man. Swimming pools up there. Way. All right. Doppler radar, some of this may be fog that's picking up. You think that could be fog that's picking up?
I think it's just moisture in the morning, dew and stuff that is picking up right now. See how it's going away so quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the sun coming out, getting rid of the moisture.
Yep. Anyway, not much going on in the country right now in heavy rain. We do have some spotted showers, some in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, places like that. We'll check the Little Rock stop and see what we have. Little bit southwest of Little Rock, a little bit of green showing up right here, not too bad. Anyway, overall the highways are clear. 62 412 east and west, Highway 65 north south Little Rock Branson, 67 167 Batesville Poplar Bluff. Then your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. Not a bad day to travel today. State of Missouri, St. Louis stop here. Boy, they got the intensity cranked up there. Columbia I-70 east of St. Louis and 70 east Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois. Have you ever been on I-70 from St. Louis towards Indianapolis? Mm-hmm. Boy, it's pretty up there. I bet those corn, well, if they got the corn planted, I don't know how much rain Illinois has got, but well, they got a lot of corn up there between Vandalia, Effingham, and Terre Haute, Indiana. Interstate 64 east from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in good shape. I-55 coming in from Sykeston to St. Louis. And then I-44, Rolla to St. Louis, looks good there. Southwest Missouri on I-44, once I find it, there it is. A little bit around Tulsa, and some of it's across the state line just to the west of Fayetteville. So that could affect I-49 later and Highway 412, that part, I think 412. It may have made it all the way to 412 because you can get over to Tulsa on 412. Anyway, I-44, Tulsa, Joplin with a little bit of shower activity there. Then Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon looks good. In Kansas City on I-70. Doesn't seem to be a problem there. Forecast map, not much going on in Arkansas and Missouri right now. Wow, no flood watches or warnings other than the Missouri and the Mississippi River from the aftermath of the floods have been going on. So,
Mississippi, they've been battered. All that water headed down there.
They had a levee breach, I think, up at St. Charles, Missouri, northwest St. Louis. They had some issues up there. 7-day forecast today, 20% chance of thunder showers today, high of 76, low of 60. With the 20% chance of showers continuing. Wednesday, 30% chance of showers, high of 83. It's going to get warm this week. Thursday, high of 86 and sunny. They say the humidity and the dew point will start rising, so now we're going to start sweating. Beats shoveling snow. I'm so glad we didn't have a lot of snow this year. Anyway.
Well, you're going to be saying that when all the ticks and chiggers and everything are biting you all summer long, and you're like, oh man,
spray first and don't put up.
We should have had a better winter.
Yeah, right. How do you have a better winter?
Sounded good.
Yeah. Thursday, high of 86, low of 62. Friday, high of 85, clear skies. Friday night, low of 64. Then Saturday, 20% chance of showers and a high of 84. Drought monitor in Arkansas, Missouri, all clear, of course, with after all the flooding. What's your allergy index showing? I'm showing today 9.7 high with mulberry, oak, and walnut being the top allergens. What are you showing on your?
Yeah, let me bring it up. It's loading. Scroll down to allergies. I'm showing moderate on trees, but then grass is really high.
Really?
So what are you saying, mulberry,
I'm
oak?
showing top allergens, mulberry, oak, and walnut today.
See,
with
I'm showing
9.7.
grass is considerably higher than the trees. Trees are way down.
Huh.
Trees were, at the very beginning of spring, it was really, really high.
It really was.
And then grass was down. Now the grass pollen's way up. So depending on what you're allergic to. Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Anyway. I'm showing 9.7 high with mulberry, oak, and walnut. Scooter's showing some grasses on his feed on the pollen count. So, nevertheless, the allergens are out there.
Yep.
So, morning weather is brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. You can give them a call at 870-405-0793. Can we look at the White River again? Pretty nice. Now, for my friends that are retirement age in St. Louis and just outside of St. Louis, you need to watch this. I know you're watching because I see it pop up later in the day. So you need to call the Z Team now and start looking for that property when you move from Collinsville or Fairview or Belleville or.
I'm just shocked when you said friends. I didn't know you had some. Just saying.
When he gets like this, I just swat him with rolled up newspaper. This is our backyard, guys. This is our backyard in Arkansas. You know, this is what it looks like here. The Z Team can help you out. Give them a call, 870-405-0793, retire to Arkansas.net. Beautiful shot. Thank you, Bob and Linda.
The community calendar.
Brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home.
Today is Tuesday. You got 2 pancakes, 2 sausage or bacon, and 2 eggs, all for $5.88. Or for lunch, we've got Kimmy's famous meatloaf.
It's good.
I love her meatloaf. It is really good. It's different than what my mom makes,
this week
but
sometime?
I love it. Huh?
She going to do lasagna this week sometime?
I don't know. I have not asked her.
That was a good special. I did it, 2 weeks ago Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
It was good.
And then somebody called up and ordered 3 huge pans of it. So for a gathering thing they were doing. So ended up doing a bunch of it. But nevertheless, go in there, give Amanda a hard time. We are, Bob started a thing trying to see who would bring in Kleenex boxes.
Kleenexes for Amanda.
She's going to need it. Our daughter's graduating Friday. So if you go into Old Time Restaurant, jokingly bring a box of Kleenex in, give it to Amanda. She'll know what it's from, and she will give us a hard time.
Has anybody brought any by yet?
Not yet.
Okay, we got to get it started today.
Yeah. Kleenexes to Amanda.
Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m.
There you go.
You got anything?
No, you took mine.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be an ice cream social Sunday, June 23rd from
That one was
12:30
mine.
That's yours?
It was. But go ahead.
Okay, from 12, you can help me read it here. 12:30 to 3 o'clock at Redeemer Lutheran Church's Fellowship Hall on Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. Homemade apple or cherry pie a la mode. Then you have 2 scoop sundaes with hot fudge and or caramel, whipped cream, nuts, and cherry, all for $5. And it supports local charities throughout the area.
It's a good function.
Do what?
That's good.
Oh, yeah,
That's
great
good.
congregation
Great
there.
thing.
Redeemer Lutheran Church. Fine folks out there doing a great job. So it looks like a lot of fun. Sunday, June 23rd, ice cream social at Redeemer Lutheran Church. It's right there on Highway 5 North, right here in Mountain Home. American Legion Baseball Cake and Pie Auction, alumni game, Saturday, May 25th at Lester White Field, Cooper Park. 4 o'clock, McLeod Intra-Squad game. 6 o'clock, Cake and Pie Auction. 7 o'clock, Locker Room Alumni game. Rib sales pick up after 3 o'clock, 1 rack for $25, 5 for $100. Rib dinner for $15. You can pre-order racks of ribs. Call Lester White at 421-2006. Bobby McCormick, 405-1477, and Frank K at 404-5462. Come out and enjoy some baseball and ribs. I'll take a picture of that and I'll put it on the Down on the Corner page for the TV program so people actually see that. And
Ooh.
that's going to be fun. I've got one more. I got to go back here to the emails and pick it up.
You think you'd be prepared? We do this every morning.
I did, and the printer is still flashing at me. Hey, stupid, load some papers. I was going to print these out. I need that.
I'm glad we're not set on hard breaks. You'd be in a world of trouble.
I'd be in trouble.
Yeah, we'd be 2 minutes
Anyway,
in commercial
June
right
1st
now.
is the Socks, Skivvies, and Shoe 5K for Salvation Army takes place June 1st, 8 o'clock registration, 9 o'clock race. It's going to be down at Cooper Park. And so they're trying to raise some money. I can't get it to come up fast enough over here. So
Cool.
what you got? Anything?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm good. Graduation this week, Friday. Woohoo!
You're looking forward to that?
I am.
Oh, yeah. Life goes on,
Yep.
And so, it's going to be, it's a scary time, but, with your daughter, she's got some plans made, and she's moving on. And so,
I'm blessed for the fact that I'm very comfortable where she's at and the direction she's headed, and she's stubborn enough just to get there. So, I'm not worried about her.
There you go. 7:17, time for a break. We will be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn and Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn and Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly. No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
(7:22), and we want to welcome Greg and Elaine here from Hospice of the Ozarks. Welcome. How's everybody today?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see
Thanks
you.
for having us.
We're doing well. How about you?
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Loving this nice, cool spring weather.
It's the best.
Oh, sat it on the swing last night and just nice and cool. Little dog sitting right there. You know, my little dog loves to go outside to sit in the grass when it's cool like
Yeah,
this. So,
yeah.
Nothing
I walked
better.
around in the yard just to walk around.
Just to walk around. Yeah.
Yep.
So what do we need to discuss today? How are things going?
We're doing well.
Good.
Yeah, things are going really well. One of the things I actually wanted to talk about is we are having our annual fundraiser on June 8th. So it's our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it's called A Night to Remember, celebrating 40 years, because we are celebrating our 40th anniversary this year.
Really?
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, and where's this at?
So it's going to be
Located.
at the Shed. It is going to be from 5:30 to 10:30. Whispering Woods is catering. They're amazing. The Melota Cats will be our entertainment, and Raps Beer and Brewery will be providing the beer, and we will also have wine, and along with silent and live auctions.
Well, I think they got it all covered.
Something for everybody.
Yeah.
Wow. So Melota Cats and everything. Wow.
Well,
That's
we're
a
really
great band, by the way.
Yeah.
If you
They
haven't seen
are.
them, they are a great band.
Let's see, Eddie, Mike, Steve, Pete, who's all in there? And I think Mike Blade's playing trumpet. And
Yeah,
Mark
they're
Hopper,
an awesome band.
And we're excited to remember the 40 years of our organization. So we have some folks of the past. We actually found the very first social worker from
Really?
1979, 1980 that is coming to share a few minutes on her perspective. She got to
is
work with
awesome.
Dr. Carolyn Wilson, who actually started Hospice of the Ozarks
I
with
didn't know that.
with some folks. She was the first
Really?
medical director and executive director. She's the one that pulled the group of folks together and started meeting in homes and office areas, and next thing you know, Hospice of the Ozarks was incorporated in 1979. And she started.
That doctor was who? Dr.
Carolyn Wilson.
Well,
She was a little.
Did you know that?
Oh, we learn something new every day here.
Wow.
And you know, I got here in 2012, and I was told that she had actually died, and that's not true, because in 2015, when we celebrated the
I thought
10th year
she passed.
anniversary,
She was here.
she was here. When we celebrated the 10th anniversary of the Hospice House, we had 3,000 luminaries on the front lawn of the Hospice House to represent the 3,000 lives that had gone through the Hospice House in those 10 years. And a lady came out into the driveway and she said, "Greg, someone wants to meet you inside. It's Dr. Carolyn Wilson." I said, "No way, really?" And sure enough, there she was. And we actually have a photo
We do.
of her and I and a couple board
See, I
members.
had thought that she'd passed.
She'd moved to the East Coast and had just moved back
Really?
in 2015, and then actually died 6 months later. As soon as she got back here, died unexpectedly.
I'll bet.
But I'm so thankful we got that moment to interact with Dr. Wilson, and for the vision, for what she had to get to see all the stuff that had come together was pretty cool.
That's good. Boys, she'd be pleased with what's going on now.
Yes, she would be.
So talk more about the fundraiser. And who's doing the catering?
Whispering Woods. So actually, the fundraiser, obviously, we want to invite, the entire community to come and celebrate this night with us. Tickets are actually on sale now. They can buy them on our website, which is hospiceoftheozarks.org, or call our office at 870-508-1771. We actually started this in November and moved it. We're going to have it every June now, from now on. But we had such a great time the first time we had this in November. Everybody just enjoyed themselves, was able to walk away with some great, auction items. And, being a not-for-profit, that all goes back into patient care. So if you know someone who just wants a good night, you can't beat it for Whispering Woods, the Melota Cats, Rapspear and Brewery, and then getting to come together at night and just have a good time. We invite everybody to join us that night. Hope they come out.
And how much are the tickets?
They are $100 a piece.
Not bad for, 4 hours, 5 hours going on?
Yeah. And all the proceeds go to help support us.
That's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how many people do you anticipate coming in? Be a packed house?
Last year we had about 120, and this year we're hoping for 150 plus. But listen, we have a lot of room. So if you have a group of people
How about 200?
How about 200?
How about 200?
If you have a group of people that wants to come out and support a great cause and have a great time that night, please give us a call.
But then what about those that are blessed financially that could write a $5,000 or $10,000 check?
Oh, absolutely.
That goes a long way.
Yeah, if they'd like to be a
that could do that.
sponsor, sure, they could be a sponsor, or they can donate in any type of item for our live or silent auction. But absolutely, if someone would like to be a sponsor, they can always reach out to me, and really any level of contribution is appreciated. But they can be a sponsor at multiple different levels.
Very good.
I'm gonna back up here just a little bit, because everybody that lives in this area knows what you guys do and how you've benefited and everything into this community. But we got to keep in mind that we have a lot of new people moving here.
That's
And
correct.
we've got a lot of people visiting that may be looking at moving here, and a lot of them may not know what the Hospice of the Ozarks does. So I think we need to take a little step back and kind of explain a little bit of what you guys do.
Sure. There's a lot of misconceptions about hospice care, for sure.
That is true.
They think that we're a group of folks that come in and help in the final days or hours of life and support the family and the patient. But hospice care is actually designed to actually be a part of people's lives for months. So if we can get into a relationship with patients and their families months before the end of life actually happens, we can actually make much more of an impact emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and physically for the comfort of that individual. It's still a crying shame that folks come to hospice in such excruciating pain or in such physical misery, when we could help lighten that earlier, so that that end of life journey, when it goes down to days and weeks, can be much more valued by everybody in that family and in that home. But we do that through the gift of the physician is guiding the care, from registered nurses and LPNs that are helping with the physical care. Our social workers are supporting the emotional side of who we are. Our spiritual care, our chaplain helps support spiritual care, along with those that are already supporting me spiritually, if that's going on. But sometimes that's not the case. So we can walk through that journey, because everybody, when we approach the end of our life, we're wondering what happens next. No matter what our spirituality, we name it, we're still struggling with those questions, and we have those thoughts to go through. And then we have our hospice aides that do a ton of physical work and housekeeping to just help make the living environment and the physical body, my body as a patient, taken care of. Help me take care of that. And then we have volunteers. Oh my word, you guys, the
Our
volunteers
are amazing.
They just help in so many ways. They devote so many hours. I believe it was just short of 18,000 total hours last year.
Oh my word! Come on,
donated
18,000
for a value, according to the volunteer sector, rate of $256,000 donated to Hospice of the Ozarks just through volunteer activity. But they're companioning our patients and their families. They are running errands for patients and their families, delivering medicines, delivering equipment, helping at the hospice house, helping in the office, just all wide ranges of different things, helping Elaine with outreach opportunities and our fundraising activities. There's just so many things that an individual can help with. So it takes a lot of us to make this happen every day, and to know that it's gone on for this long, and that we believe it's the second hospice organization in the state of Arkansas. To know that started that early on in the history of hospice in this country, we've got a great treasure sitting right here.
Where did Dr. Carolyn Wilson get the idea?
She actually heard about it in Oklahoma, is what I was told.
Really?
There was a group over in Oklahoma, Bartlesville actually, that had a town hall meeting that they had heard that hospice care had started on the East Coast, which it did. 1974 was the very first hospice in this country. So there was some hospices popping up in Connecticut was the first state, then it kind of went down toward Florida, and she heard about that through the healthcare community. And so there was town halls in different communities saying, hey, our community ought to start something like this. So she went to that training and that conversation, came back to Mountain Home, and next thing you know, Hospice of the Ozarks started in 1979. Yep.
That's amazing. I had no idea. I didn't know it was 40 years. I just thought it's just kind of one of those things you take for granted. I apologize, to have to say it, but I'm guilty.
Sure.
Really.
Sure. Well, it's hard to believe. I've only been here 7 years, but we're excited that the previous executive director, Phil Thompson, he had been with the organization 27 years, leading it. So he's going to get to be with us that evening as well on June the 8th to share his perspective of the early days, the early years, all the changes that an organization goes through year after year to where we are today. So I think it'll be a really nice, memorable moment while we're also helping to support our current cause.
Somebody needs to raise the champagne glass and toast to that gentleman, let me tell you.
Yes, sir.
With that, we need to take a break. Come up on 7:33. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
$7.36. What's a director? Always a director, right? You ain't got time for that one.
I ain't got time for that question behind
We only
Canvas.
got 24 more minutes left. Well, maybe we'll get to it. Tell us about the new building. Elaine says about the new building.
Sure. Well, we didn't plan it this way, but of all years for this to happen in our 40th year is a pretty cool thing. We have a new building that will open up, we believe, at the end of July,
Really?
first week of August at the latest. But we're still shooting for the last week of July to move into this building that's actually going to sit right next to the hospice house. Some folks will say, oh, well, are you guys building onto the hospice house, or are you building a second hospice house? And that's a great question, but that's not what we're doing. We're actually building a building that will house the home program, which is all the staff that help with the home program. In our current building where we are at in the BRMC campus, we've outgrown that and have for the last few years. So this is going to give us space to have the home program, which includes the doctor, the nurses, physician, the aides, the social work, spiritual care. All these folks will be able to meet there. And underneath it, on the second level, because it'll be a two-story building, the bottom floor will be half of it's devoted to our warehouse. Right now we rent storage units across Mountain Home to house all of our medical equipment, all of our storage of just things that we do for the bereavement program, Christmas time, volunteer program, outreach. All these things are stored in different units. So we're going to be able to put all of that in one building and actually have a building designed purposefully so that when we bring the medical equipment back into the building, that we properly clean it. We'll have a clean room, power wash, we'll take care of everything, sterilize it, move it out into what we're calling the warehouse. We're going to have Eagle Scouts build us the shelving for this warehouse room and be able to house all of our medical equipment, and then we'll be in more control of our medical equipment. For instance, right now we rent everything that we need for a patient, and this will save us thousands of dollars every year if we just take charge of our own medical equipment. And folks will donate to us. They'll donate us a pretty new or fairly new hospital bed or a new commode, new wheelchair. Folks will do those things so that we can bless and help someone else down the road. We'll have our own staff to actually take care of that need, and we'll actually have the space to do it. And then we also have a large community room. Right now we rent local church rooms to have our support groups because we don't have enough room. We can have 20, 25 people come to a support group every Monday afternoon, every Tuesday evening, and our current space doesn't promote that. So we'll actually have space in this new building to have everything on the Hospice of the Ozarks campus, right there on that corner of Long Street and Burnett. It'd be about just short of 5 acres of land between the hospice house and the new building. And
We won't know how to act with all that elbow room and just being right there on the same piece of property.
Exactly. We've been walking through it on the inside on weekends just to take tours and watch. You know, all the rooms are now framed and starting to put up sheetrock, and we're thinking, oh my goodness, we're spoiled to have this kind of thing, and we're so excited that the community can come and look at this and actually use the building.
To have the control of the medical equipment.
Do what now?
To have the control, I mean, to be right there.
You know, at 11 o'clock on a Friday night, when something happens and say the patient dies. Right now our only options are to get that medical equipment out of the house is to most of the time wait till Monday, or see if we can convince a provider to go and help us get that out of there, which they don't always have the folks to be able to pull that off, or financially be able to pull it off, to go pay someone to go do that. We'll actually have our own staff member taking care of that, and we can get that bed out of the living room, because guess what? Saturday morning, here comes all the family. And that's what the family would like, is to have that stuff removed.
Right.
And so we'll be in more control of that. Plus, we won't have to rent. We'll actually have our own equipment and take care of it that way.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big deal for us.
Now for my $45 question.
Okay.
It went up, didn't it? That's good.
During the break, I had asked, how do you stay stable emotionally doing what you do? Because most generally, it's end of life for somebody. So how do you, in your own mindset, deal with how you deal with this? It's kind of like a surgeon, you know.
That's right.
And the patient passes away. I mean, you have to be strong internally to be able to handle and to be able to serve day after day. And like
That's right.
Greg just said, it could be 11 o'clock at night.
That's right. That's right.
How do you do it?
I'll speak for myself
Okay.
first. But I think you could ask actually any hospice professional, and they'll have something probably fairly similar. It's a calling, we believe, for ourselves. Most all folks in the hospice profession believe that we are supposed to be there, that we're almost like wired. We are created to serve very
That particular
vulnerable
need.
this situation.
Yeah.
We recognize that dying is a part of our living, and yet we're extremely sensitive to where that this is a very profound situation every single time for every single person. For me as an individual, I find much solace in knowing that I can try my best to be everything to all people, which means, yes, I need to be my very best for this particular person and family, but when I get in the car and I need to go down the road to someone else, I need to put myself in check and be the very same thing for the next person, because that's what they deserve and need from all of us as professions. So there's just a way that we keep filling our cup up. It's important that we find things to do individually to help fill our cup up. We got to laugh. We got to cry. We need to do all those things that are very natural for us. But Elaine, did you want to share anything?
Sure. You know, I think that when I came into hospice, you know, if you look at everyone's background, they'll tell you from a very early time that we, you know, our staff, when we say this all the time, they have a servant's heart. Like Greg and I were both previous social workers. You know, early on, you have a type of calling that you want to be of service to people. And to me, stepping into hospice is just like a natural progression, because you are really there. You know, you witness the compassion of our staff every single day, and they want to be there. We look at it as quality of life, that we're helping with the quality of life on your end of life journey. We may look at it a little bit different, because we want to be there to help the patient and the families and do whatever we can. And so I really think it's a passion. I mean, we look at it a little differently than your average person. We feel if we can help one person or one family member, then we've done something good.
And you know what I'd like to add to that is, so many folks will say, I don't know how you all do that. I don't think I could do that. And I always look back at that individual and say, I think you would surprise yourself if you love people. It's hard. It's supposed to be hard. But if you love people and you want the very best for someone, we find a way to get through it. We find a way to be a help. We find a way to try to help lighten that experience and journey, and just build that confidence that all of us can do that. You know, I've heard a lot of folks when I was in ministry years ago, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I should do. Should I show up? Should I not show up? I don't want to get in the way. You know, all those things that we struggle with as people when our friends and family are going through these things. And I'm convinced hospice care is so successful because 95% of what we're supposed to do is to be present.
Right.
Just show up and be present. And that's what we encourage all of us in the community to do with those that we love that are seriously ill. They'll never remember the words that we said, but they'll remember how we made them feel. And they'll only know how we felt is if we showed up and just didn't say anything other than, man, I got your back today. What can I do? And if it's nothing, that's okay too.
So how do you handle, I mean, you've got a difficult job, but you wake up in the morning, you got a flat tire, you got a dead battery, you know.
Sure.
It happens to everybody.
That's right.
So how do you make that transition from starting off bad to making somebody feel good, you know?
I think it's important to pull yourself away for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And not just jump into whatever's next. Pause in your life, stop, pull back and say, hey, you know what? I've had a terrible morning and I need 10 minutes just to get my head on right.
Yeah.
So that you don't show up in such a horrible mood. I dump my stuff off on you as a person that I'm supposed to be there to be a help, because the highest calling for us is we're supposed to help make this better, not worse.
And you have to stay in a solid frame of mind.
It is a constant discipline right here, constant discipline, so that you can be your everything to someone else.
Here's the thing.
Are we taking notes over here?
It's fine.
Here's the thing, and like you said, you know, death is a part of life. It is. And you got to look at the other side of the table of what those people are going through that don't deal with that every day.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Like you said, the passion and stuff that they have for that person, what's going on, and this and that. And as hard as it is for you guys to deal with each case and everything that comes down on you, there's got to be a pride in knowing that you're there to help them through that rough time. I mean, there's got to be a sense of pride, as hard as it is for you, that they can stand back and like, we're just here to help.
Yep.
You know, we're going to make this as easy as we can through this process. And there's got to be a pride. I mean, like you said, there's a calling because what you guys have to deal with and see and whatever, but there's got to be a pride in there knowing that you guys helped.
It's extremely fulfilling.
Yeah, it is.
It's fulfilling to know that you can lay your head down and know that you made it better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or just a few words to someone who has lost someone, the impact, you know, you have on that family or that person. It really, you know, I honestly, when you work in hospice, I really feel like you don't sweat the small stuff in real life, because you realize, you know, when we go to work every day, there are bigger things here than yourself. And so, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that we all don't have a bad day here and there and everything, but in the grand scheme of things, it puts a perspective on life.
Yeah, sure does.
We're here for a brief moment.
That's right.
The phrase that comes to mind, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Time for a break.
Yep.
Be right back.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Hi, it's Bob and Linda Zadora. We're the Z team at Century 21 Leamac Realty. We'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. There she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
And we're back. We're visiting with Greg and Elaine from Hospice. And what else we need to cover?
That's really about it. You know, I really hope that everybody comes out to join us for our annual fundraiser. It really is a great night of community. And like I said, if they'd like, even if they can't come and they'd like to contribute, any contributions are welcome. You know, it helps us so much being a not-for-profit. That, you know, if they'd like to reach out to us and do something like that, we greatly appreciate it. Or if they have something they want to donate for a live or silent auction, please call me. I'm willing to come pick it up.
We'd be honored. We'd be honored to have you there. Anyone there. We'd be thrilled.
So this takes place June 8th, $100 per ticket, night to remember from 5:30 to 10:30. Whispering Woods is catering the event.
Correct.
And you got Raps Beer and Brewery.
Yes.
And are they supplying the wine as well?
No, we actually are purchasing that from Midtown right over here. Yeah, and they've been very generous with us also. So,
Scooter,
I like food.
We'll give them $200 to do the
like
Vatican
them loaded cats. I'm not going to say no to the beer. So it's a win-win situation for me.
That's right.
The only other thing I'd really like to add is, you know, if someone has any questions about hospice, you know, please call our office. You can speak to one of our nurses. You could speak to myself. You can speak to Greg. You know, we really want to educate the community about what hospice care is and what we can do for you. Because like you said, there's new people moving into town. There's people that think it's the last few days of life and not the last few months. Anyone can make a referral and we can, you know, kind of take it from there. So if anyone is listening and walks away with one thing, please call us for some information. I really want them to understand what hospice care is and how we can help you.
The overview of the general, and I got to put myself in the spot, is like, that's kind of a darkness. I'm afraid of that, but yet you're shining a light, so to speak, in a dark area.
Yeah.
If I say that gently, you know what I'm trying to say here?
Absolutely,
We do.
absolutely.
And so I think I'd be scared to death. Look, I don't make no bones about it. I'd be scared to death to do what you do. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, but you know, we look at it as quality of life. How can we help you?
So you see the light, you see the positive.
Yeah.
Right, at that end of life journey. And we want people to see that too. And I know it's scary, but we want to take that out of the misconception about hospice and let us know. I'll tell you, the one thing I hear the most is, I wish I would have known about you sooner.
Oh, yeah.
And that leads me to believe that, you know, my job and our job at hospice is not done. We want the community to understand what hospice care is.
Also need to understand that even though one of their biggest focus is that patient and to get them through as comfortable as they can be.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's amazing what they do for the rest of the family. And I'm telling you this from somebody that's been through it. Boy, what they do for the rest of the family and understanding the steps that person is going to be going through. Here are the stages they're going to be going through. Here's, whatever.
Right, yeah.
And how much comfort it has helped us outside of that is amazing. So, I mean, yeah, you guys got a tough job, but it's not all about the patient. It's about the family.
Absolutely.
And it's about everybody and them, the process of going through this and helping them to understand what they're going through and what's going to happen next and what to expect. And it's just amazing. And if anybody's ever used you, they will understand that. But
it's a good
it is about everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
and it's concentrated on trying to live. Trying to live today, our best day. We're not going to be able to extend. We can't cure. Some of these things that we go through in this life are not curable.
Right.
But I can still live.
Sure.
I can still live every day until I don't get them anymore. And that's our whole focus, is trying to keep that positive light to be shining on my ability to live as comfortable, pain-free, and meaningful with those that I want to have around me. That's the focus.
So once again, you guys shine a lot of light into a dark area. For me, it just ooh, that's scary.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? No,
I do.
I just got to admit it. I'm scared of it.
I get it. You're not alone.
But yet, it's like a fireman. I catch something on fire, run. No, the fireman goes inside and fights the fire.
That's right. That's right.
And so you guys are running into it and just taking care. Wow, that's amazing.
That's a nice analogy, man.
Takes talent. Takes a call.
It does.
It does.
God bless you too. Wow.
And you as well.
Yeah. We have a great grief program, and I want to say one more thing about grief. Everybody's on their own clock with grief. It doesn't happen immediately. Sometimes it's a year from now, and they might want to come into our program. And the other thing I'd like to say is our grief program is open to the community. You do not have to be under hospice care. You could have just lost a loved one and want to come into our grief program. And we have amazing bereavement coordinator, Charlotte Rupp, that handles our grief program. And so we want people to know they're not alone.
That's right.
Well,
and we have a growing number of people that are coming to us that have had tragedy in their life and weren't touched by hospice, but they want to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And we got the folks to do it.
But with that takes funds to operate,
It does.
And so what about beneficiary of a life insurance? What have we got? 4.5 minutes before we get finished with the show, but you may want to take a look at that beneficiary and the life insurance policy and maybe leave some with hospice.
That's what's actually helped us a lot. That's what actually helped us create the building in our 40th year, is because someone did that 25 years ago, and then it was set aside, and it's been growing for the future of the organization. Folks have done that even this last year to help us so that we can do what we do every day. So if someone is blessed to be able to leave us anything, that is going to help us take care of the next 400 people this year.
That's right.
That is our annual number of people.
There's life.
There is.
Absolutely.
It is this constant cycle, and it's going to help the next individual that's getting ready to face their struggle.
Let's do a quick recap. June 8th. Elaine, you want to talk about it one more time? We got about 3 minutes here.
Sure. It's called A Night to Remember, celebrating 40 years. It's going to be June 8th. It's on a Saturday at the Shed from 5:30 to 10:30. All donations are welcome if you still want to contribute to the event, but tickets are $100 a piece. They can buy them on our website. It's hospiceoftheozarks.org, and they can call our office at 870-508-1771. They can pay over the phone. They can drop off a check. I'd be willing to come pick items up, or if they want to be a sponsor or make donations. It's so greatly appreciated. Like Greg was saying, it all goes back into, our patient care and what we need to do for people being a not-for-profit. It goes back to, people make donations to us on a daily basis, and I hope they understand the impact that they have on Hospice of the Ozarks, because it allows us, like Greg said, to pay it forward and help other families. It truly does.
That's right.
Amazing. Y'all have a gift. Scooter, your thoughts over here?
I just encourage everybody to come out. I mean, you're talking about the top of the line. You got Whispering Woods for the food.
Yes, we do.
Raps Baron,
the Melodic Cats.
Different blends of the beers, different.
Yeah.
They're
There's a
giving
couple
you
different blends.
Great evening for the money, but what's most important is your money's going to such a good purpose. So.
Yep. That's right.
Wow.
That's it. But we thank you for the privilege and the honor to even share our story.
No,
a little bit. It means
pleasure
more
to
to
be
us.
on here. We need to do it more often.
We're
And do
glad
me
to
a
have
favor. I finally got some business cards. I'll give you each a card. Call me and remind me, because I forget.
I will call you.
Yeah, give me a call.
I'll put you on my list.
Yeah, we need to do that. Hey, let's look at the White River one more time. Want to do that? Morning shot.
It's so beautiful.
Ain't that
My
nice?
goodness, that is just.
Looking in from Marion County to Baxter County, brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retiredtoarkansas.net. And once again, thanks to Greg and Elaine from Hospice the Ozarks for being here. Well, it's been a lot of fun talking. So I've learned a lot today. So
well, thank you for having us.
You bet. And that wraps it up. We'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the day, everybody.